125 feet, and what finally stopped the car was the bicycle on my son's body. And as my wife knelt over my son, the man had no concern whatsoever. He was arrested that night and released some hours later with a stern warning, don't go out anymore tonight to drink. And he was picked up in a bar several hours later, getting ready to do it to somebody else's family. I also found out later that he had already made a man a paraplegic in a previous drunk driving accident. And some years later, he hit a woman in a parking lot. 1981, long time ago. He really never served any time. And I use the word accident. And these are not accidents. When you drive because you're drunk on the wrong side of the road and hit a child in a driveway, that is in no way an accident. There's no excuse for that to happen. There's none. I'm here today because as I was playing at life, just pretending at life, because that's what you do when this happens. You're nuts. You're crazy for years. But I had another son, and I had to get up in the morning for him. I had to breathe every day and do things for him. And I was walking around the soccer field just pretending at life right after Brian was buried. And as I was walking around the field, I felt a hand grab hold of mine, and it was one of Brian's friends who looked a great deal like him. And he walked with me the whole distance around that soccer field. He didn't pull on my hand, he didn't tug, he didn't whine, he didn't cry, he didn't talk, he didn't do anything except hold my hand and walk with me. And that little 8-year-old boy was afraid of dying. And that's too young. Your age is too young to know about it. But you have to. You have to. And I really have mixed feelings about talking to you about this. Because I want your life to just be happy and great and wonderful. I want the rest of the day to be happy and great and wonderful. I want you to have a good time. So I want you to take what I say today and just kind of fold it up and put it in your pocket. And don't think about it anymore, except when you need to. A couple of years after this happened, I was doing a show in Baltimore called People Are Talking, and it was Oprah Winfrey used to be in Baltimore. And I was getting ready to go on towards the end of the show, but I saw this girl and I talked to her, and she was in a wheelchair. And I found out a little bit about her story. And she went to a dance with her boyfriend, and she said something to me that has haunted me all these years. And that's why I'm here talking to you. She knew her boyfriend had been drinking. She knew he shouldn't be driving. And she said, I almost didn't get in the car. Almost. What a horrible word that was for her. Because she's paralyzed from the waist down. She had a lot of damage. She'll never have a family. She'll never walk. And she said, and he never even called to say he was sorry. He was uninjured. She almost didn't get in the car. So if you get nothing out of this today, all this is have a plan. Know what you're going to do. Know that you have an excuse. You have some way else to get home. You cannot almost. You can't have that word, almost. You can't get in the car. You cannot afford to do it. There's some things in life that you can make mistakes and get over. And then there's some things that you can't. So what I want you to do today, and if you'll do this for me, just this. Again, pull that memory out of your pocket when it comes time when you're at a dance, when you know whoever you're with has been drinking, or if you've had something to drink, and suck it up and call somebody. Get another way home. You'll be embarrassed, I'm sure. You might get teased, I'm sure. You might be in trouble with your parents, maybe so. But you'll be alive to take it. Since Brian was killed in 1981, and I'm not a great one for numbers, but this is a big one, there have been 500,000 more Brians. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of families that are destroyed. And it isn't just one number. It's mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers and aunts and uncles and neighbors. All are changed forever. And there's 2,500,000 people in that period of time that can't walk, can't see, are paralyzed, are permanently damaged, and can't function in society. It's a big problem. It's a real big problem. So what I want you to do, if you'll do this for me, when it comes time for you to make the decision and you pull that memory out of your pocket, just for a second, I want you to take a look at Brian, if you will. I've been carrying this around since 1981 for everything that I've ever done. Just look at him for a second, and then I want you to forget him. He's my memory. What I want you to do is think about the person you love the most on this earth and having nothing left of them but a picture forever. If you pull that picture out of your pocket, that memory out of your pocket when the time comes, I know you will never drive drunk. I know you'll make the right decision and not get in the car with someone that's been drinking. I know you'll do that. Because I'm not talking to you today because I think you're the problem. I'm talking to you today because I think you're the solution. Because people my age are not making the changes. The man that hit my son was 39 years old. There's no reason for him to be doing that. He can't claim I was just a kid. There's no reason. And most of you in here today are more mature than he ever was, and more mature than a lot of friends of mine are. Just do that for me. Keep yourself alive, and maybe Brian's death will have had some purpose. Thank you very much.